For 1.2, we are going to start learning about inequalities. You have probably used these before, but we've really got to understand that vocabulary word. So when it asks us to write an inequality, we need to understand what that wants us to do. So let's look at this vocabulary word, inequality. So an inequality is showing the relationship between two numbers that are not equal. So if I have 7 and 12, we know those are not the same. And we have to say which one is bigger and which one is smaller. So we use those less than and greater than symbols. So an inequality is showing that relationship between numbers that are not equal, right? We're going to use those inequality, less than, greater than signs. So the word, if we break it up, inequality, in the prefix means not, right? And if you have equality, they're equal. In, equal, not, equal. So not, that prefix in means not. The word is literally saying these numbers are not equal. So make sure you have that part filled out there. So we use these symbols, the less than and the greater than sign. So this first one is our less than sign because when we read, we come to the little side first. This is less than that side, right? This only has one dot. This has 2 points to it. So this one is less than. And when I read this one, it's greater than, and the big side is open to the bigger part. So the one you read first, that's how you say it. So a little note here, right? Whichever one you come to first is how you're going to say it. So if I'm reading along here, oh, here's the big side. This is greater than. So the big number should be over here. This is greater than this one. If I'm reading this one, I come and it has, oh, the little point. This is less than. This number should be less than this one. So you just say it like you read it, whichever side you come to first. Is it big? It's greater than. Is it little? Then it's less than. So make a note about how we remember we say those. And I could also read it backwards. I could come backwards and say, oh, this is greater than this. This number is less than this one. So you can actually read these forwards and backwards. Whichever side you come to first is how you're going to say it. So make sure you have that section filled out there. So number lines can help us understand when numbers are bigger and smaller. So we talked about number lines yesterday. So we're going to start with this number -4 and 4, and we want to graph those. We always start from 0. So -4 I know is going to go to the left and goes there, and then +4 goes here. So we can see those are opposites. They're both 4 from 0. So we went ahead and we graphed that. And I can see that this is smaller and this is bigger. The one that's on the left is going to be smaller. The one that's on the right on the number line is going to be bigger. Even if I had two negative numbers, if I had -9 and -8, the one that's on the right is bigger. The one that's on the left is smaller. So it sounds like 9 is bigger, but because it's negative, it's actually less. So more to the left, smaller, more to the right, bigger. So seeing where they are on the number lines can help us understand that. So make sure you have that section filled out there. So we're going to use the number line to answer these. So if you just want to find them, you don't necessarily need to mark them, but you looking at our number line. So we have -6 here and +6 here. So I can see this one's on the right. So this one, positive, is bigger. If you have a positive and a negative, the positive will always be bigger. Okay, this time we have +3, -8. So if we remember, oh, the positive is always going to be bigger. I can double check. So here's 3. Here's -8. Yep, 3 is on the right. So 3 is greater than -8. Okay, our next one, we have -9. And we have +5. I can see 5 is on the right. So the big side opens to the 5. So -9 is less than 5. Then we have 1 and we have -5. So I can see 1 is on the right. 1 is greater than -5. So we can see, right, more to the right, bigger. So the biggest one we had was +6, and the smallest one was -9. So thinking about where they are on that number line, right, bigger, left, smaller. So make sure you have answered those. And last, we are going to put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're going to mark on our number line. You can erase if you need to from your other ones. So we have 7, so +7. Then we have -5. We have +6. And then -8, -2, and +4. So it wants us to start at the smallest down here and go all the way to the greatest, and we're going to put those in order here. So go ahead and start at the smallest one and work your way over till you get to that greatest number. So put those from least to greatest to finish up your notes. So our biggest things we want to remember, we say the inequality like we read it, just whichever side you come to tells you what to say. The bigger side with the 2 points, that's bigger than the one with 1 point. And when we're on the left, we're smaller, right is bigger. All right, so to finish up, you're going to take no more than 5 minutes, and color in anything important, those greater than, less than signs, what's going to help you remember which one is the greater than, which one is the less than sign. That word inequality, so not, equal. So anything that you think is important, go ahead and color in.